for the healthcare spending, which is starting from a very low base, 18 and 19 million people. They cannot afford to go to the hospital because they don't have money. Governments implements the national healthcare coverage, and then they can cover the whole family, less than $5 for one family per month. Developed country like Korea, for example, you have the technology, you have the know-how. If we can collaborate, and then you can expand the market in Indonesia or in the region. Hi, ASEAN Path TV. I'm Fijongsius, CEO of Kalbe Pharma from Indonesia. Talking about Kalbe, I think we are the largest healthcare company in Indonesia. We are involved in all the pharmaceutical products, from the prescriptions, over-the-counter, nutritional, herbal, and so on, and including the distribution for the Indonesia and Southeast Asia. We have a strong partnership with Korean company. I think you know that we have a partner from the Genexin Korea. We have a lot of vendors from Korea like Hanmi and so on. I think there's all the long-term relationship to grow the business and especially the healthcare business together. Indonesian healthcare market is considered still growing. It's still very early stage because as you know that Indonesia is a big population, more than 270 million people. We are still a long way to go to have more and better healthcare coverage. I think the governments and all the industry working very hard, especially for example implementing the universal coverage for all the people to have a better healthcare system. So I think it means that in the future there will be a lot of opportunity to put more innovations in our healthcare business, starting from the pure pharmaceutical or the biopharmaceutical products. I think for Kalbe and for the other pharma company or for the global pharma company is a big opportunity. We can do it together to see the Indonesian market, especially in the healthcare business. Mm-hmm. And it's growing because of the economy growing, education is also improving. So it shows that this is where to see in the long run. We are covering the prescription drugs. Yeah, all the prescriptions for the hospitals, for the doctors, clinics, and so on. And we also have the over-the-counter products, which is you can buy in the supermarkets or mini market. And we also have nutritional for senior people, including the medical device, and with the full coverage of the distribution and logistics, covering the whole Indonesian market and also the Southeast Asia market. That's why Kalbe is quite integrated for healthcare. But I think we are still see a lot of room. That's why we are open for collaboration that mentioned about the clinical, for example. We are in the process of clinical trial for the vaccine for COVID-19. So we are in the process of that, and also involved in some of the clinical trial for the cancer drugs. So I think we are quite comprehensive. We can say that like end-to-end, governments implements the national healthcare coverage. They call it BPJS Kesehatan in Indonesia terms. Started 2014 and effectively 2015. So it's already more than 5-6 years now. I think this is very beneficial to all Indonesian people. Some is free of charge for the poor people, but some are paid for the monthly premium, a certain category or certain level. So I think it's very beneficial to all Indonesian people. I think it's helping also the economy for the healthcare spending, which is starting from a very low base compared to the neighboring country for the poor people, for example. Before this program, all the spending is out of pocket. It means that 18 and 19 million people, they cannot afford to go to the hospital because they don't have money. When the government introduce, and then they can have the basic medication. This is the first benefit. And then if the people can pay, let's say like 50,000 rupiah per month, and then they can cover the whole family, less than $5 for one family per month. Is helping people to have their medication, which is before is very expensive. 200 million people to be covered. I think that the challenge here is the infrastructures, number of hospital, number of bed, number of doctors, and so on. during the pandemic COVID-19, it's become an acceleration of utilization of the online telemedicine, online consultation, and we have a Click Doctor in the front end, and in the back end we have the two application for the pharmacists. So they have a link between the online consultation from the patients or the users to the doctors, and then they link to the application for the pharmacists so they can get the prescription drugs to their home. And we see that trend is still growing because of the COVID-19 is still around us. So there are so many people are still stay at home and they are still afraid to go to the doctors directly or to the pharmacist, to the hospital physically. So we have two ways of the growth story. One, of course, is the organic growth. Because we already have the existing business and we have to leverage all this existing business. So we call it the organic growth. This growth is very normal because of the we have a big population. We can participate into the government program for the insurance for people. We can go for the private sector like private hospital, private clinics, and so on. So this is considered as organic growth. And the other one is the unorganic growth. Is growth through innovation, growth through partnership, or growth through collaboration. So some people said merger and acquisition, M&A. But I think in our terms, we are using collaboration, because collaboration, it can be as simple as the product collaboration. It can be research collaboration. It can be manufacturing collaboration. So there are so many ways of the expanding unorganically. And this is the way that why I put the example in the beginning, our collaboration with Genexin Korea, for example. This is an example that a collaboration to grow the business, not in the current year, but in the medium term, 3 years, or long term, 5-7 years. So this is the way that we build in economic growth, especially for the middle class. I think this is one of the power to support the growth. Why? Because of course, healthcare spending in Indonesia is still very low. So that's why I think with this stronger spending power or buying power from the middle segment, it boosted as a booster for the economy and also for the healthcare. Naturally, people are getting older. We are always aging in a certain year by year. And also, it's also because of advance of the healthcare technology, the life expectation is also extending. It means that more and more senior people will be contribute in the part of the total population. I think more developed country, it's already happening with the big population for the senior person. Indonesia probably is not yet to that stage, but we are, of course, we going into that area in the future. So I think Kalbe, of course, we are preparing how to have a good products or good services for the senior people. The vitamin, for example, more senior and you need more vitamins or supplements. If you see in my background, you see innovation for a better life. We put as a long-term objective, and we break into the leveraging the existing infrastructures through digital transformation. Not only the telemedicine, the online e-commerce, but also in the manufacturing side. It's also in the clinical side, which is the research and development. We are put a lot of investment for that. And again, we are also invite for the collaboration to accelerate the process. Because Kalbe, now, of course, we are the largest in Indonesia for the pharma company, but we also have the dream to be a global player in the future. I think collaboration can be so many forms. Licensing is also an example of the collaboration. A developed country like Korea, for example, you have the technology, you have the know-how. If we can collaborate, for example, as simple as licensing, and then you can expand the market in Indonesia or in the region, or up to the joint venture, for example. And we have that example in our business now. That's why I mentioned about Genexin. It is one of our joint venture. Collaboration is one of the big benefits that help us to serve better for the all people in Indonesia or in the Southeast Asia region. It's already happening. The healthcare spending in Indonesia is still very low. It means that potential growth is very big. Even you compare to the Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia is still the lowest. The second, Indonesia is one of the largest population, number 4 globally. It means that you have the customer, you have the people there. It's a big number. And special for the healthcare, we are lack of the technology. It means that if you have technology, it's your opportunity to bring to Indonesia, for example. It can have a big opportunity in the future, in the long run. Because healthcare, at the end, is still a basic and essential needs for all people.